Hi there, I'm the Pink Guardian and it is my mission to watch every single Doctor Who episode and give a review on it. And today I watched the Doctor's 4th episode of his 2nd season, which was called The Romans. And in this episode, the Doctor and his companions land in Roman times and they spend time in a villa dressed up as Romans, and then we follow them through what happens with the time when Emperor Nero was in charge, and we get to see all the different things that he did and how they get mixed up in all the action. Now, the things I liked about this episode was the fact that when we started the episode, we actually saw the TARDIS falling over, and the way they did that and how they all went to one side, I thought was done really well. I like the fact that they were all in period clothes and how they all looked like Romans, and how Ian was in that nice white sort of outfit, and the way he sort of presented himself I thought was cool. And we actually got periodic food. They were talking about all the different types of food that they had, like the peacock and ants covered in honey, and I thought that was very good. The fact that Ian pretends to be Caesar by saying, the famous line of like men, countrymen, that sort of thing, which I thought was good. The fact that where Ian said, I'm sorry but there's no ice, and Barbara says, it's in the fridge, and he goes off and he's like, there's no fridge here, and I thought that was funny. We get to see the relationship between the Doctor and Vicky, how that's developing, and that they're getting along really well. Also, the Doctor's been mistaken for a musician, which I thought was funny, because I've never seen William Hartnell's Doctor play instruments, but I know a future Doctor does, which I found was funny. And I like the fact that the assassin that was sent to kill the Doctor, he'd already lost his tongue and he couldn't speak, and the Centurion said that if he failed again he'd lose something more than his tongue, which I thought was funny. And also the Doctor fights with the assassin and he actually throws him over his shoulder, and I thought, brilliant, he's an old man but he can still throw people over his shoulder, which was funny. The fact that Barbara was sold for 10,000 of the currency, I thought she's bloody worth it then. She did look nice in that outfit, but I thought, wow, 10,000, that's a lot of money. But we got to see Ian as a slave on a boat doing rowing, which I thought was very good for the historical period, and the way they reenacted it was nice. When Nero was playing the lyre, which is the instrument he was playing, it sounded lovely. The music he played, I thought was nice. The fact that Nero was also chasing Barbara around, and we sort of had the scenes where she was chasing, I was expecting to see the I expected them to run in between. It was funny. They also have the official poisoner of the court. I thought was, why did they have the official poisoner? I thought, good God, it must be vicious. And the fact that everybody in the family comes to her to poison somebody, I thought was funny. Then they had a banquet for the Doctor, being the musician, of course, and I thought it was funny. And then we had the trick from the where he said that he's going to play it in a very, very quiet noise, and only those of keen hearing can hear it. And it was I said that it was just like the Emperor's new clothes, the story there. And then the Doctor says that that's his idea, and that he was the one who gave the idea for the actual sort of scam, as it's called, and I thought that was hilarious. When Ian's fighting with his friend in front of Barbara and Nero, I thought that was good. He was literally smacking and hitting. I thought he was very vicious in his fighting. And I also like the fact that how they think that the Doctor is going to murder Nero, because that's what the person he's impersonating was meant to do. But the most funny bit was when we found out it was the Doctor who caused Rome to be burned by accidentally setting light to his Nero's plans. I thought it was funny. And I liked the man that originally brought Barbara for the 10,000. He was nice. He was actually a Christian, which was why he was helping Barbara to escape, which I thought was nice. And the Doctor was actually happy that it's his fault that Rome burnt, and I thought that was terribly funny. And Ian gets Barbara back with the fridge and the ice, and I thought that was funny. I don't like the fact that at the beginning we saw the TARDIS fall over, but then all of a sudden they're dressed in Roman colours. It's like, what happened? How did they get from there to there? It was just, you know, it was a month had passed, and I'm sort of, what the hell? What happened between? I didn't like that. The doctor, he's been ever so nice to Ian and Barbara for so long, and then all of a sudden he gets grumpy because Ian and Barbara want to go with him to Rome. I didn't like that. And the Nero's wife, complete bitch. She's like, she thinks other women are gonna take Nero from her. Who would want to marry him? Honestly, she's got him for himself. He's not a very nice man. Don't worry about it. I just didn't like her. And I didn't like the fact how the doctor wouldn't let Ian and Barbara explain at the end about what happened. I just didn't like that. You know, he could have at least let them. So I didn't like that either. So overall, this was a 4-part episode, and the way they did it, they split it, I thought was really nice. And the story, I thought, for a historical story, I thought was very good. So overall, I will be giving this episode a 4 out of 5. So I look forward to seeing you on my next review. Bye!